All right, there we go.
We just wait for some people to log in real quick. Well, the comments will show up right here, huh? Like we don't got to take it to YouTube.
I believe so, yeah. Again, like I haven't used this before, but I'm pretty sure that's what happens.
Yeah.
I hope the audio is good because in my last stream, it turned out to be like really bad. Plus, we're both using a desktop this time, so it should sound good.
Feel better.
Yeah, it should probably pop up in the comments on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
All right. Guess we'll just wait now. I'm gonna look at my Instagram and see how many people are looking at the story.
Me too.
So, okay, so far I got like 16 people.
Yeah, I got like 10 right now.
Yeah.
10 people who saw it at least. There, I think we're there. What's up? What's up, Alex? Can you see the chat?
I can't see it on my end. Can you see it?
Yeah. So I think you gotta go like on YouTube. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, like press on your right side where it says like StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, on my right-hand side, it just says private chat and comments. Oh, I can see it
there
now.
we go. There we go.
There we go. There we go. That was weird. Like nothing like came up. I guess it was a glitch.
Yeah. What's up, you guys? Michael Myers here. And we're doing the Horror Talk episode 7. We got Machete Slasher in here. What's up? Gonna miss you. Y'all hear about Robert Englund? Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like it's whatever, honestly. Like I don't
Yeah.
really watch that, but I'll probably watch it because of him, you know?
Yeah, same here. We were both talking about it before, and I mean, it's pretty interesting that he's going to be in it. I'm not sure what type of role he's supposed to play. I heard he's supposed to be something like along the lines of like a serial killer, but it wasn't that descriptive from what I've read, so I'm not sure yet. But I'm interested to see it. I haven't watched Stranger Things ever, so
Yeah, same here. I hope they do something good with it, you know?
yeah.
Like I guess paying homage to like the Freddy character since they have Robert Englund, you know? That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I have a feeling there are going to be several Freddy references throughout it.
Definitely, yeah. But yeah, man, Scream 5, like kinda sucks. It's not titled Scream 5, just titled Scream. You know, I was kind of expecting that, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I really wanted it to be titled Scream 5 just to keep with the continuity, because this is a direct sequel to Scream 4, and I believe it takes place 10 years after. But I think the reason why they didn't call it Scream 5 is because Dimension Films originally owned the rights to the franchise, and now this new, um, I forget who owns it now. Oh, not Blumhouse. What is it again? Anyways, I don't remember. But yeah, they just wanted to like make it its own. They didn't want to do with the whole number system anymore. So
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what they're doing with like every series. I guess like with number, like the number, like sequels. Like I guess those days are over. So I guess they're just titling it like Scream, just like Halloween. It wasn't Halloween. It was just Halloween, the 2018.
mhm.
But
And
yeah,
they
from that I was expecting, for it to just be Scream.
yeah, they did the same thing with Candyman too.
Yeah, and that's a direct sequel, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I wish it was called Scream 5 personally. Me, I don't care if people like bash the whole number thing. Like I still wish it was named Scream 5.
yeah. I mean, technically, for all intents and purposes, it technically is Scream 5.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Yeah.
I'm still gonna call it Scream 5 either way. It's weird because you got Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, and then Scream again. It's like what?
Yeah, like yeah, true. Like for us fans, us real fans, you know, it's Scream 5, definitely. And
Yeah,
that's what we've been calling it all along.
yeah. And plus, like Halloween 2018 isn't really called Halloween 2018, but us fans we just call it that. So we
Yeah,
know that we're talking about this film that takes place 40 years later. Um, and yeah, they're already in
exactly.
like a Halloween 1978 film. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, true that. I guess we just like name it our own to like, you know, uh label it as if, but yeah, man, I hope Scream 5, I really hope that, like I said, it kind of brings back like, the original feel. Like I know maybe it might feel like in some parts it might feel like a reboot in a way, but like I said, I hope they like bring up like older things, like older characters, like, discover, new things or whatever, pay homage.
mhm.
And yeah, I think that would be pretty cool, to like pay respect to the Wes Craven movies. That's
Exactly,
important.
man. And I have a lot of confidence for this movie because Kevin Williamson, who is the director, or not the director, I'm sorry, the writer for Screams 1, 2, and 4, is heavily involved with this, and he worked very closely with Wes in the past. And he said that this movie is like outstanding, and it's also not going to be as self-aware as the other movies. It's going to be pretty dark, so that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, man. I hope that statement comes true because that'll be great, to see something like that. And yeah, I really hope this new Scream film, is pretty successful.
Hmm. And I
I think it's
believe,
gonna be successful, and I also feel that if this movie is successful, which most likely it will be, I think they will just continue making more like string of Scream films. I
oh, I
feel.
agree, man. 100%. They're definitely going to do a sequel. This movie's going to make a lot of money.
Definitely, man. Especially we haven't seen Ghostface in so many years now. So, I mean, it's been long awaited.
Honestly, if they do a sequel, they should just. I think they should just call it something else. They should just call it Ghostface. Honestly, what else are they going to call it now?
That honestly, that isn't a bad title. Like just Ghostface. That's
Yeah,
not a bad title at all.
yeah.
Did y'all see the tweet by Dave McRae? No. I see. I honestly, I watched some of his videos, but not all. Like honestly, I used to watch him more, but not really so much.
Yeah, same here. I watch bits and pieces of Dave McRae, but his uploads are pretty long. They're like 30 minutes usually per topic.
Yeah.
So every now and then I do tune into his stuff.
Yeah, like I used to watch him more like back when he was talking about like the 2018 movie, like before that movie came out.
Hmm.
So yeah, but that's about it. But I mean, I watch him here and there, when I have nothing else to watch.
Yeah, I watched his like ultimate review on Halloween 2018, and he has vast knowledge of like the franchise. Like he really knows what he's talking.
Yeah, I agree. Like he has good points of views. Like
Yeah, I believe he did
that's
a
what I
couple
like
of
about
fan
it.
films too.
Yeah, huh? But I have a question. I have a question for you, man.
Hmm.
Um, with this Scream movie, do you feel that it's gonna focus like on the newer characters, and maybe have the main characters like Neve Campbell, or Nev Campbell. I forget how to say your name. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but
Mhm.
you know what I'm talking about. And Courtney Cox and what's his name, David Arquette. Do you think they're gonna be like mostly like supporting characters, or you think they're gonna focus a little bit more on them or the main characters?
I think the main trio are definitely going to take a backseat for this movie, and they're going to focus on the new characters. But the setting of it all is all going to feel like the '96 movie.
Yeah, true. I hope so. Yeah. I hope
Yeah,
it really does feel like the original film. And it is, as you guys all know, the new pictures came out, of Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox. They look great. They look greater than ever. And yeah, you could tell from the house in the background. It looks like the house from Stu, right? Stu's house
yeah,
from
too.
the film. And that's pretty cool because it looks like they're gonna really take it back, to like the real Woodsboro or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and also we mentioned before that we saw someone with the Woodsboro varsity jacket on too. So
Yeah.
I wonder if there was like a party going on there or something, or who knows.
That'd be pretty cool, if like the new generation, in that town, they basically pretty much repeat what, the first generation from '96. Like that'd be pretty cool. It'll be pretty like ironic too, because that town is basically, known and famous for like the whole murders, from the past years. So
Mhm.
yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Like if they do like I guess bring some of that, original elements to it, and I think it'll add more to the film. Definitely, I feel.
Yeah, so far from what I've been seeing with the behind the scenes photos, it looks like the aesthetic is very, and the atmosphere is very similar to the '96 original movie.
Yeah, definitely, man. I would agree as well.
Yeah, and also I think they're bringing back. Of course, we got the main trio coming back, but they're also bringing back Deputy Judy Hicks from Scream 4, which is interesting.
Yeah, man. Like I remember when I first saw Scream 4, I thought she died, honestly. But
Yeah, I did
I'm
too.
yeah, like I guess she had like a bulletproof vest or something like that, when she got shot at the end. But yeah, I'm glad she's coming back because I thought her character was like I remember a lot of people were speculating that she was gonna be like the killer of Scream 4 because she was like this weird kind of Cobb, like she,
Yeah,
like, that one scene, when I guess she goes up to Sydney and she's like, "Oh, I've been knowing you since like kindergarten or something like that." Like,
exactly.
yeah, like she seemed a little off, but I'm glad she's back in this because, there wasn't really nothing. I'm glad they're bringing something from Screen 4.
Exactly. And throughout the series too, there was a lot of red herrings. And I noticed they like your example that you brought up with Deputy Judy Hicks, how she was like in the background and it was very dark, and she's telling Sydney like, "Oh, I've known you like my whole life, and have you paid attention to me and whatnot." They also did
Yeah,
something similar in the first one with the cop. After he's done smoking a cigarette, he steps down and you can see his boots, and they're the same boots that Ghostface wears.
yeah. Yeah,
So
I feel like with the films, like you have like a hint, like I guess you start like predicting or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
And like I really hope like it isn't really um like too out there. Like I don't want like the like I don't know how you say it. Like I don't want us audience to be like, oh, that's the killer, like I want it to be like some type of like surprise, like, and let it surprise us, like when the action starts or whatever.
Yeah, and also I noticed throughout a majority of the Scream movies, they usually focus with the two killer trope, but I think they
Yeah.
should do away with that. I think there should be one killer to make it harder. You know?
And yeah, definitely make it harder and maybe more like creepy, you could say,
Hmm.
because in the other ones, like I don't think it's a bad idea to have like at least two, but I think if they did one, like it'll be pretty interesting, like something different, like that's what I hope they do something different. I don't want to see them like remake like a lot of scenes, and I know they're paying homage. I know they're trying to show respect to the older films, Easter eggs or whatever, but
Hmm.
I hope they do like their own thing, like original kills, um and stuff like that. But it's okay, that they're. I think it's okay that they're gonna like you said, feel like the '96 film. You know?
Yeah, man, I absolutely agree. Um, yeah, just based on the whole aesthetic of what I'm seeing so far, like I'm actually pretty impressed. I'm actually excited to see how this movie turns out to be.
Yeah, me too, man. Like I think I'm probably more excited for it than Halloween Kills, to be honest. It's like it's really up there, you know?
Yeah, because we know what to expect with Halloween Kills since we saw Halloween 2018. So, but with the case
Yeah,
of Scream, we haven't gotten a movie in so long.
right, right. I agree. Machete
Yeah,
Slasher said thoughts on the new costume. Um, I like the fact they changed it up a bit. Um, it's of course it's not the average Ghostface costume, but I like it. Like I don't, it's not a big deal, you know?
yeah, it's not like much of a difference really. The mask does look like a little bit weathered because they probably just went with one of the old EU stamped masks.
Yeah,
Um, the costume is more of like a matted rather than like the sparkle material. It has more of like a I don't know. It looks pretty dirty and grungy too, and it looks like some pieces are coming off. So it looks like the killer just threw together this costume very fast. So
yeah, yeah. Like in the other, I'll say like in the other Scream movies, like the costume is pretty much based like on the Stab movies, right?
mhm.
The father Ghostface or whatever, so like in the other films, like it's like they're selling like the Ghostface costumes, and the killer probably got that, just threw it on to do his killings or whatever. But with this one, how they switched it up, like you said, it looks old. It looks like the killer just threw like whatever on. Like I think it's pretty cool because it's not like they just threw whatever, they didn't care like for a costume like to look all sparkly like the other ones. Like I like how it's like I don't want to say homemade, but pretty much, like um but yeah, the whole change to the costume is not a big deal. I think it's okay. It's not like it really doesn't bother me, I really don't mind it. And yeah, it will be easier like to put a costume together too.
Yeah, the main difference is really that I noticed is like throughout the Scream series, the gloves are actually attached to the wrists of the costume, but in
Yeah,
this one they're actually separated for the first time. So I think that's pretty interesting.
yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, like the other films, like they were more of like costume, like package, like the robes were like costumes or whatever. So in this one, like I feel like whoever the killer is, they didn't really care for all that. They threw just black on. That's
Exactly.
pretty interesting.
And also, do you think, in your opinion, do you think there are going to be any new Stab sequels for Scream 5?
You know what? That's a good question, man, because I was thinking about that like the other day,
Mhm.
and honestly, like I wouldn't mind if they don't, because like I said, they're if they don't, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna have a whole different feel, which I don't mind. But if they do continue with the whole Stab movies and all that, I really wouldn't mind it neither, because I guess it adds more like it adds more to like the story,
Yeah.
like I like in the whole series, like I didn't mind the whole Stab thing. And how was it part three where like is where they're actually like filming a Stab while the whole shit's going on or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, they're filming Stab. I think it was like Stab 3 or something. Yeah, I think it was Stab 3.
Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't mind if they don't have it or not, but it'll be cool if they did, though. If they continue like that Stab film series or whatever.
Personally, like
That's
I
cool.
wouldn't mind it, but I would rather them just not touch on the Stab movies anymore because in Scream 4 they specified that there were 8 sequels and like that's a lot of movies, especially for like a franchise, and it would just get pretty redundant because believe it or not, I wasn't a huge fan of the opening of Scream 4 when they're watching the Stab movies. I just felt like
Yeah,
it took like a lot of time for it to get going. Um,
right, right.
so I'm fine if they do away with the whole Stab thing.
Yeah, me too, man. Like if they don't, I think it's gonna have like a different feel to it. So, um, yeah, and I agree with you. The Scream 4 opening scene, I like the whole deaths. I like seeing Ghostface chasing around in the beginning, but it just kind of like you said, it took too long. Like I remember watching Scream 4 for the first time and thinking like the woman, the chicks from the beginning, I thought they were like the main characters, but obviously not. I guess that's the Stab films.
Yeah, exactly. It was a little. it was a little strange to see. I did like the final scene that took place in the garage where he drags Marnie back
Oh
inside
yeah,
and snaps her, and then the opening credits come on. Like that was awesome.
yeah, that's my favorite. Like from the, I guess like it was like two or three, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, like that one was my favorite. And I believe there was like a whole alternate opening. Like it was I believe it's on YouTube. You could look it up. Like it's a different version of the opening. I don't
oh
quite
yeah, I saw that
remember.
too.
Yeah, I don't
No,
quite
that
remember how it played off, but it was a little different.
yeah, I remember that. I know what you're talking about. Like he basically came in and started stabbing Marnie, and Jenny was like, "Okay, come on, Marnie," or it was vice versa, but she's like, "Oh, come on, it's just a prank," and then like he kept killing her, so
Yeah,
or stabbing her.
yeah. Like Scream 4, I thought was an okay movie. I do like it more than Scream 3, but yeah, Scream 4 was okay, and I'm really interested. Like maybe they'll make some type of connection with this new Scream movie to the fourth film.
Yeah, they
Maybe.
really should. Like I want everything to be like laid out like straight, you know? I don't want them to completely disregard the other sequels. Because like
Yeah,
I enjoyed them. Like they should be they are going to be canon in this universe, but I want to make sure they stay canon, you know?
yeah,
That's
same
what I'm
man.
hoping for.
I agree. Because the other films are, I will say they're pretty important. Like we haven't gotten like a bad Scream film. My least favorite is the third one, but I don't think it's bad though. It's
It's
just
still
my
pretty
least
good.
favorite.
Yeah, like the Scream series has consistently good sequels. That's what I really like about the series. And plus there aren't like a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, like it's not a whole franchise.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
yeah, man, like,
I'm oh, go ahead. Sorry.
nah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm optimistic for this new film. I hope it does well. There are a lot of people that want to crap on this new movie simply just because it's new, but I think we should just give it a chance and see what happens.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like either way, whatever they want to do with this movie, at the end of the day, us fans are still gonna go check it out, because we love it. We love Scream. So
Yeah,
even
man.
if it was a complete remake, like we would still go see it, check it out, give it a chance.
hmm And there's also a rumor supposedly that Stu Macher is supposed to make an appearance for this movie. What do you think about that?
I mean, I kind of heard like a similar rumor, like about Billy
Bill?
Loomis.
Yeah.
But personally, honestly, I don't think it will fit, because wait, this Stu died in the original, right?
Yeah, the weird thing about his death was nothing was like ever confirmed. Like
Yeah, like that. I
he
was just
could have been
thinking that.
dead, he could have been alive. To me personally, I think he should have just stayed dead. If they wanted to bring him back, they would have done it much earlier on. Now I feel like it's too late almost.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I guess they could have him like in jail in Scream 5, but would I want to see that? Probably not. It would seem kind of silly at this point.
Yeah, and they would have to like, it would be like a whole different like thing, like part of the storyline. Like add like the old characters. Like I heard the same thing about Billy Loomis making a return or whatever. And
Mhm.
like I said, I don't think it would work with this new Scream movie, simply because they definitely died, especially Billy Loomis. He had
Yeah,
like more like damage to him. He got shot in the head.
got stabbed with an umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. Like he went through shit. How he died. So I don't think it would work. Some flashback scenes. I heard like rumors about flashback scenes about them. I'm not too sure about that because the original film is pretty much over 20 years old. So I don't think now they could like capture a flashback. Maybe like make them look younger, how they did back in the 90s.
Mhm.
But
That would be really
other than
tough.
that, like yeah, I'm not too big on that though. Like making like the original killers come back. You know?
Today's technology, they could de-age them, but I don't think it would work. They're too old at this point. It would something would look really off. It worked for it kind of it chapter 2 because they're already younger kids. They just looked a little bit older, but it wouldn't work in this case.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm a huge fan of Billy Loomis. As much as I liked his character in the first one, I still don't think it's a good idea. Like maybe mention him like through conversations, possibly or something like that. But like
Hmm.
a whole, making them come back, I don't think it would work personally.
Yeah. I think the movie that they only really need to acknowledge is the fourth one, I think, because it's the one that took place before it. It's 10 years after. So that's the one that I think they should focus on the most.
Yeah,
Um, and if they want to keep the atmosphere the same as the original or more in line with the original, I'm fine with that too.
yeah, yeah. Like same, like I really hope like it feels like the original film, but also kind of feels like the last film simply because it's pretty much a continuation, from the
Hmm.
fourth film. And yeah, and also I also really hope that the new characters, like the new leading characters, I really hope they're interesting and they're characters that we care about because we all seen movies that the main characters we don't really care about, but I really hope they have like a good connection to like Woodsboro, the town or whatever. They have a good connection to Sydney and the other two, Dewey and Gale. So I
Hmm.
really hope the new characters are pretty interesting.
Yeah. Also,
Definitely.
when it comes to like new slasher movies, the one thing that gets me the most nervous is how is the use of comedy. But with this movie, I have full trust that it's going to be kept under control, just because Kevin Williamson is writing it.
Yeah, man, I hope so, man, because yeah, that's one problem with most horror movies, slasher films these days, man. They tend to throw the horror comedy. It's like I feel like comedy it works like at a certain extent. Um
Mhm.
but there's just like many slasher movies and many horror films that add comedy at moments where it's not needed, and it kind of ruins it for me personally. But yeah, I really hope this new Scream movie is like under like they know what they're doing. And like you said, we got the main dude who was behind the other films, right? Back in this.
Yep. Yeah. Same writer as the first one, the second one, and the fourth one. And that's probably why Scream 3 wasn't as good, is because the original writer didn't write it.
True. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
like Scream 3 kind of felt a little different.
it did. It did. I thought it was still pretty like good though. It was thoroughly entertaining. The
Yeah.
whole half brother storyline was pretty weird, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah, same man. Like I watched Scream 3 like a few weeks ago, and like it's still entertaining. It's still entertaining film.
Mhm.
Not as good as the first two, but it's okay. I liked it.
Yeah, originally Scream 3 was going to be a much different film, but then the Columbine shooting happened in Colorado and they had to completely scrap the script that they were originally going to do.
Oh yeah, huh? Like the school shooting.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a much darker film, and it was supposed to be about a bunch of stab movie fanatics that go insane and start killing everybody, all dressed as Ghostface or something like that. And apparently, Stu was the one that was behind it, but that was completely scrapped due to what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some
Hmm.
weird stuff.
I know, right? Machete Slasher said, I hope when it comes out in theaters, it's like the opening scene in Scream 2 where people are freaking out at the movie. I mean, it'll be pretty cool to see that, or whatever, pay homage, but we've seen that before. So I wouldn't like be too big on that. Like I wouldn't like be like, oh, like I understand if they do that, if they do something like that, I understand they're like they want to pay homage, to the stab movies, the Scream movies, but like I don't know, I would just like to see like a fresh opening, like something we haven't seen before.
I agree, man. I want this opening scene to really grab my attention. I don't want it to drag. I want there to be a lot of suspense, but I don't want it to drag on way too long. You know.
Yeah, man, like get straight to the point, the introduction scene, and then get to the main plot basically.
Yeah. All right, we got another one here from Alex Reeder. You should get Tony Biz on here, the director of Charles. I'd be like down for that, but I'm not sure if we'd be able to get him. I mean, it would be super awesome if we could, but
Yeah, definitely. Like chop it up. Discuss a few things with the director. that would be pretty cool. But I think definitely, like you said, it'll be kind of hard, to get them
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah, you reacted to the Charles trailer, right, on one of your previous live streams.
Yeah, man, I did, and that was my first time I ever seen it. For a long time now, a lot of people been asking me about this Charles fan film. Honestly, I didn't really care for it. I didn't pay no mind to it, but just people kept asking me and asking me. So, I checked it out. I reacted to it, and I will say it's definitely better than what I was expecting. All right, it looks legit,
Yeah, the animatronics are just top notch. It looks way better than the doll from Cult.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I agree.
And also the
Because
voice, Shannon Moore, he sounds very similar to the voice of Chucky, but um, not quite there. But it's very close.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think the whole doll, the animatronic, is way better than that Cult of Chucky stuff. You know, and yeah, man. Like I feel like this fan film, like it has potential. The Charles fan film really does have potential. I feel. It's probably one of the, you know, I wouldn't say it's probably one of the best like fan films that I have seen like in a very long time. Because
Yeah.
like I said, based on the trailer, it looks legit.
Mhm. There are a very minimal amount of fan films I like. The main ones I'd say are probably the Halloween Inferno movies. To me,
Yeah,
it's very grounded, and the the kills in them are just fantastic. It almost feels like you're watching like a real cinematic film. Um,
yeah,
and also the Never Hike Alone series is great. Um, I thought Never Hike in the Snow. It wasn't as good as the first one. It could have been longer, definitely, but I thought it was pretty good for what it is, and I'm really looking forward to Charles.
yeah, man. Like I still haven't checked out the Never Hike in the Snow fan films. There's two, right? I haven't checked them out. And I seen one of the Halloween Infernos, but the one that I saw, I really liked, and yeah, like I said, I really want to go like watch him like more like seriously and give him a chance.
Yeah, definitely watch them back to back if you're going to watch them for the first time.
Yeah, huh? It's even a way better experience, I feel.
Yeah. Let's see what
I
else we
can't
got.
wait to see Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is another. This probably the other one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the flashback sequences because that's actually what I wanted to see in Halloween 2018, but never happened. And I heard this movie's supposed to be pretty dark, and there's going to be a lot of like intense stuff and a lot of intense kills, of course. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, same. I heard it was gonna be like more of a gory film, and like I've been saying for quite some time now, I really hope it's better than the first one, because the first one that came out in 2018, it really didn't live up to my expectations. But based on the Halloween Kills trailer, it just looks awesome, dude. Like it looks freaking like dope. Michael Myers looks like he doesn't give a shit in this one. And like you
Yeah,
said, I want to see the whole like flashback scenes from the first 1978 night. I was really expecting that in the first one, but
mhm.
unfortunately it didn't. But I really hope they touch on that more in this one. Definitely.
Yeah, and plus they're bringing back a ton of original characters like Marion Chambers from the first movie. They're bringing back Lindsay
Yeah.
Wallace and Tommy Doyle, and I feel like it's going to be a really solid sequel. I'm really looking forward to it. Plus, the test screenings that I heard were very successful, and like a lot of people liked it. And I believe they're
Yeah.
not even they're not even doing any reshoots or anything to it. They're not going to like change an ending like they did with the 2018 one. They're just going to leave it
Yeah.
at it. So that's really good news.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I really hope it's better. Probably I have a I feel it's gonna be better. Um, but yeah, man, I guess we just have to wait and watch it. But I just love the new Myers mask. I like the way it's burned. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, like Michael Myers looks like a beast in this one.
Yeah, James Street Courtney is going to kill it in this movie, just like the other one.
Yeah, man, definitely. He's a great Michael. I would say he's right behind Newcastle if you ask me.
100%.
He did an amazing job as Myers. Definitely. And
Yeah, like a lot of people give Dick Warlock crap for his portrayal, but I actually liked his portrayal.
right.
He had like a very intimidating walk. He was almost like I wouldn't say like a, well, kind of like a Frankenstein almost. You know, I liked like his gestures and body language throughout it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. A lot of people shit on Dick Warlock. You know, they either say he's too slow, he doesn't walk right, but I don't know. I like Dick Warlock. I feel he's my third favorite Myers.
Same here.
Because like I know it's different than the first film, you know, the whole movements or whatever, but I think it was still pretty good. You know, I I like the fact he was kind of slow because I guess it makes him more like creepier, you know, and especially there's a lot of scenes in the second movie where like you just see him walking through like the hospital hallways. Like that was I like that, you know, I really do.
And plus, now that I think about it, he did get shot 6 times, so it would kind of make sense if he walked a little slower after that.
Exactly, man. Yeah, I agree because you know I don't think it's really has to do on Dick Warlock, you know, his portrayal. But like you said, you know, he just got shot 6 times. Like it makes perfect sense, you know, if you put it together.
Fell off a balcony, landed on his back. Like that's gotta hurt, you know.
Yeah,
Even
like
though
that's some shit.
he's like part supernatural, part human, um, he's still got to feel like some sort of pain, you know. And that was proven in Halloween 2018 when he got his fingers shot off.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, the Halloween 2018, the Myers, I really like Michael Myers in that one, because you know it just after so many years of so many, you know, the last Halloween films that we've gotten before that one, they were pretty shitty. So it was just great seeing, man, another, you know, dope Michael Myers on screen, and I had a great time watching that film. You
I
know,
did too. You know, mainly for like the Laurie Strode scenes and the Michael scenes is what I really liked. Um, I do have issues with the movie, like pertaining to like Allison. Well, not her character in general. I'm speaking about like the line delivery wasn't great
yeah,
in certain parts. Like the scene
I
where he
agree.
said, yeah, the scene where she says like, "Oh, that was not her brother. That's something that people made up to make themselves feel better about themselves." I feel like that line made absolutely zero sense. I don't know what they were thinking with that line.
Yeah, man, like you could straight out tell you just threw it in there. You know, I didn't like it neither. You know, it caught me right away when I saw it. Like it just, I don't know, it was off to me as well, man. Like
Yeah, it caught me off
it
guard
wasn't
pretty.
necessary.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Benny Loves You and Megan upcoming Killer Toy movies? Is that the like the new horror movie that's like a Killer Elmo almost?
Yeah, yeah, I reacted to that thing on one of my live streams as well. Honestly, it's a whatever movie. I mean, it's not like a movie for you to take serious, but I guess I'll check it out. But you know, it's more like a comedy. I feel.
Yeah.
You know, have you seen the trailer for it?
I think I seen bits and pieces, or maybe I watched like part of the trailer, but I remember it was like I saw a screenshot of it. It was basically like a killer Elmo that was like jumping up with a knife or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like it's not really like a huge thing I'm excited for, but
Mhm.
yeah. He also said Megan upcoming. Have you heard about Megan, the new Killer Doll movie or whatever?
I have not heard of it. No.
So basically, Megan, this movie is by Blumhouse,
Hmm.
and they've been in development for this movie since I believe 2019 or 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But pretty much, they ended up not, you know, releasing the movie as soon because, you know, the Child's Play remake came out in 2019, and
Oh,
it basically has it has a similar feel to it because supposedly in this Megan doll is gonna be um like how Chucky was in the 2019 film. He was like technology and that, and you know,
is it like AI kind of like?
yeah, yeah, pretty much, you know, like he has it has access to like the technology and all that. So, you know, I guess since they released the Child's Play remake, they didn't really like want to release that because
Yeah.
it would just look like they copied off the
Plus,
remake of Child's Play.
yeah. Plus, Child's Play would destroy it in the box office.
Yeah, definitely, man. So yeah, that's what I heard. That's the reason they didn't release this as soon. But I heard it's still coming out, and it's a movie by Blumhouse. But honestly, I'm not really like excited because I mean, we've seen that with Chucky, and the Child's Play remake. Personally, me, I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's a really entertaining movie, if you ask me. There's a lot of pretty good scenes in there, a lot of stuff that was not necessary at all. But like I
Mhm.
always say, I feel the remake was a watered down version of Child's Play.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
100%. I feel like in a way, even though it was rated R, I felt like it was aimed at children for whatever reason. I just get that vibe from it.
same man,
It
same.
had like a very Stranger Things esque vibe with the whole kids and everything. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie. I thought it was okay for what it was. Definitely, he's not Chucky. We know that he's called Buddy. He's not Chucky. Um,
It's not a
I
good guy.
Yeah, I don't consider it part of the Child's Play franchise. I consider it like its own thing. Like that's separate from that.
Yeah, same man. And I guess they made the remake, I guess, for a new version for this audience to grow up with.
Mhm.
But I mean, I just don't see it as scary and terrifying as the original Chucky that we all know and love.
Yeah, like the original one. First of all, they used like practical effects. It didn't look cheap. Um, like the acting was actually surprisingly like really good. Brad Dourif
Yeah,
as Chucky, like his voice, everything that pertained to his character was just like flat out awesome. And it had like a lot of suspense too. Even like the opening scene alone, it's a lot of
yeah,
build up.
man.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, man. The original you're talking about, right?
Yes,
Yeah, the original is a classic, bro. I love that movie. Never get bored of it. Creeped me out as a kid, definitely.
yeah, same here, man.
Megan is directed by James Wan. James Wan, I like James Wan. I think I like his style. I think his movies are pretty good. He did the Conjuring films, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And the Insidious films. Yeah, I like his style. So and also I heard a lot of people, also something I've been wanting to ask you.
Hmm.
Um, I heard that James Wan might, a lot of people are suggesting James Wan, and honestly, I wouldn't mind James Wan because I'm a fan of his work, but I wouldn't mind James Wan directing the Exorcist remake that we're getting
Ooh.
next year, or 2022 most likely, since most movies are getting delayed. But what do
Now
you
that
think about the new Exorcist remake?
well, personally, when I heard the news, I was not happy about it because, in my opinion, I wanted The Exorcist to. I never wanted there to be a remake for The Exorcist. I wanted it to be its own film. Even though, and plus the sequels for The Exorcist aren't great. The third
Yeah,
one is probably the most underrated film, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a very good film. But
yeah,
besides
yeah,
that, the TV series was terrible. Was not a fan of it, and I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to top this movie. I don't even know why there has to be a remake, but we are in that remake craze where we are in this generation, so it was bound to happen at some point. We know now that it is going to happen, but I'm not looking forward to seeing it. But if they get a good director to step in, um, it could be okay. I mean, also they should change it up for once. I think it should be a boy this time rather than a girl. Just to make it different. I want this movie to differentiate from like the original movie and also the sequels.
yeah, man. I agree with you. First things first, the whole idea of Exorcist remake is just awful. I just don't like I just don't like that whole idea. But if they bring someone like James Wan or someone good on board, maybe it might be something decent. I'm not gonna say something great because I don't think it will. Because the original Exorcist, it, that's what it is. You can't top that film. It doesn't matter how old it gets. The effects are cheesy or whatever. It's still a great film, man. I love The Exorcist, and if they remake, if they do a lot of the stuff that they did in the first film, most likely it will be CGI. Because you could also look at it at another from another point of view. Back in the 70s, they didn't really have all this technology, so they could improve a lot of the things they were trying to do. But personally, me, I wouldn't want to see that because it would just ruin it for a fan like me. Seeing a lot of classic scenes being remade with today's technology, and that's just a no go for me. Same thing they did with the Nightmare remake. They remade a lot of classic stuff.
Yeah. Also, the Psycho remake was atrocious, and it was like a
Oh my
shot
god,
for shot, complete copy of the original, but
a
with
shot for shot remake.
yeah, with worse acting. The acting was so bad.
Yeah, man, that's what I can't stand. Shot for shot remakes. It just does not work. I really remakes I don't mind when they're their own thing. For example, Evil Dead remake I thought was okay. It
Mhm.
didn't really it's not an exact thing as the original. They went their own way, new characters or whatever. I like the Evil Dead remake.
Yeah,
But
and same thing with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from 2003. I thought it was pretty good. It changed things up a lot.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and me,
Yeah,
me and my film teacher were actually having a conversation about it because a couple semesters ago we did watch Psycho in class, and we were talking about the remake, and we both agreed that what is the point of making a shot for shot remake? It's just a total waste of production money,
right, right.
you know?
Yeah, like I said, there's no point.
Yeah. I think we got a comment here. Let me see. Hey,
The
what's
real
your
thing.
Haddonfield Slasher asks, "Hey, what's your favorite mask behind you?" I would have to say probably the Sinister Studios mask up there. That's the H1. That's probably my favorite on this shelf.
Yeah, man, your masks look freaking great. Like in the background, they just look dope, man. You
Thanks,
know?
man.
Yeah, no problem. You guys gotta go check out Slasher Movies is, horror room updates because you have a great collection, man, definitely. No
Yeah, thank
doubt.
you. Man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the plug.
Yeah. Um the real thing was a boy who we have. Yeah, man, that's something also I wanted to touch on, how we were talking about like I would like to see a boy instead of a girl in the Exorcist remake.
Mhm.
And since the real story that was based, on the original Exorcist movie, um, I think it would work, because I guess it wouldn't really remake the first Exorcist movie, but it would kind of, like go like maybe put in some of the real life events, because in the film that I mean the story that was based, on the original Exorcist was actually a boy. So
Yeah,
I would like to see that, maybe transition into a boy. That would be pretty interesting.
yeah,
Maybe add more of like the real story stuff.
exactly. And if they do that, I want the makeup to look different but creepy in a way. Like because with Linda Blair, for whatever reason, when they put the makeup on her, dude, like she was unrecognizable in my opinion. She looked
Yeah,
so creepy. And the scene where she's like levitating off the bed, and the priests are saying their iconic lines, "Let the power of Christ compel you," and they're throwing the holy water at her. That shit freaked me out when I was little, and I really think they need to cast someone that looks pretty creepy to be in this movie. Well,
yeah,
not even necessarily creepy, just like I don't know. The makeup just has to be top notch in order for it to work.
yeah, man. Like Linda Blair, like her herself, she was only like she was a teen when she did The Exorcist, a normal innocent girl, and they were able to do all that makeup. I'm pretty sure it sucked for her. I've heard a lot of stories. It kind of sucked for her after the film came out, controversy and all that. But if I don't see another, like, if they do the Exorcist remake, I don't see like another Reagan, like someone else playing Reagan.
Yeah, and also with the case with the original Exorcist, I watched a lot of behind the scenes footage, and I felt bad for Linda Blair, man, because like before they even started a scene, the director Friedkin, he would shoot a gun just to scare her, just to get her in character, and also the
Real reaction.
yeah, and when she's on the bed, actually, um, how they actually got the bed to shake, they actually had like a cord underneath, and they were actually pulling her with a harness.
Yeah,
and I heard she hurt her back in one of the scenes and started crying behind the scenes. It was like really rough to see.
Yeah, man, I seen some of that behind the scenes footage, and I heard that, when that scene that you're talking about where she hurt her back or whatever,
Hmm.
supposedly like the her real scream was actually used in the film footage, which
Yeah.
is pretty, pretty interesting. But it sucks, like you said, you definitely feel bad for Linda Blair. But like I said, I guess the director, the filmmakers were really trying to make this authentic.
Hmm. Yeah, back then they could get away with that, but nowadays they wouldn't be able to. They would probably just like rely on CGI or some sort of green screen in the back to, get that kind of effect. But yeah, man, it was a shame that, we had to see what she went through, obviously.
Yeah, man, like a lot of classic scenes in that movie. A lot of people say that the spider walk scene is definitely a scene that could be improved with today's technology, but I just think that scene in the original film just looks really like creepy. Like it really does. So I wouldn't want to see like a spider walk scene in the new one. Personally, me.
I agree. I agree with that. It should be 100% authentic. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they made like really tiny references to the original, but nothing that's like too distracting, I guess.
Right.
They
Yeah.
can really make the movie its own, and I want the scenes to be very different.
Yeah, definitely, man. Have it execute different, different. Well, pretty much same. I wouldn't say same story, but we all know the Exorcist story. The priests come in and all that, of course. But just have it like play out a little bit different. Like you said, I wouldn't mind seeing a boy as the demon.
Would you want them to bring back Pazuzu, who is the demon from the original Exorcist, or would you
Um,
make
hon-
a new demon?
honestly, I wouldn't mind it, because
Mm,
simply in the original movie they didn't really like touch on the whole Pazuzu demon, the history, you have in the beginning, they discover it.
mhm.
And I believe it was till the sequels where they decided to like explain like a little bit more about it. So I wouldn't mind it, but of course, just have it play out a little different. But the Pazuzu demon, I wouldn't mind, to be honest. Like it wouldn't be a big deal to me, you
Yeah,
know.
I agree. All right, what else we got here? Um,
House play was legit to me, but it seemed more like the storyline made it good. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it was interesting, but it just wasn't all that.
yeah, I agree. The Psycho remake wanted to introduce Psycho to a new generation, so they made a shot-for-shot remake with actors that teens knew back then, but I still don't approve. Yet they should have casted better actors. I mean, personally, a shot-for-shot remake, in my opinion, is completely useless. I don't see the point in it. I never understood the point in it. Um, I guess they just wanted to draw more people in to, I guess check out the original. But why can't they just advertise it on television or something?
Yeah, like that remake honestly felt like a TV film, to
It
be
did.
honest.
It did.
Yeah, man, and the whole shot by shot remakes, I just don't think it's a good idea.
I
So,
agree.
and
It,
they all want to appeal to the new audience. They want to have a new version for the new audience. Probably the new audience will see this remake and possibly go look back from the original movie, but a shot by shot remake is just pointless, like you said.
mhm. And one reason why remakes ain't as good as the original is the behind the scenes last minute fixes like Halloween, but Halloween was due to low budget. Yeah, that's true. Will we see blood in Scream 5? Is that even a question, man?
This guy, I love some horror movie remake. I'm not gonna say my favorite horror movie remake because I will get hate no reason. I mean, everyone has their own opinion. I usually, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't like if you like a bad movie, like I wouldn't say you suck. I wouldn't, it is what it is. But
Yeah,
you
man.
know,
Like, in my honest like opinion, like I didn't hate Rob Zombie's Halloween. I know a lot of people give it shit. Personally, I respect it because it's different. You know, Rob Zombie really wanted to do something different. Despite the way
yeah,
it was executed, it could have definitely been a better movie. But overall, you know, it's interesting. You know, especially like the first half of the film. It should have been chopped down like tremendously, but I didn't think it was the worst thing in the world. I think people just like overreact to that. It definitely shouldn't have been made. No argument there, but I think people just give it way too much shit.
yeah, man. Like the remake isn't terrible, but it isn't as great neither. Like you said, I like that Rob Zombie did his own thing, but like yeah, like the first half of the movie they could have trimmed down a lot of that shit, a lot of unnecessary shit. Like if you watch it, it feels like a Rob Zombie film. But I don't know. There's just good things about that film too, though. Like it's not a terrible film, like you said. There's way worse remakes out there.
Yeah, and I also hate the director's cut. The scene where like the girl gets raped by the
Yeah,
security guards. That was a terrible scene. It was terrible. They should have
dumb,
cut the
man.
scene where he's being escorted out by the police officers and him just beating the crap out of them. I much prefer that one.
Yeah, the original theatrical release definitely was way better.
Yeah,
Scream 5 is bringing Randy's sisters back. I heard something about that. I even heard Randy, Mike. Wait, but Randy died, right, in the second film?
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, yeah. I heard like some one of his like I think sister is like, but I heard something about Randy is gonna be in this film, something like that. That's
Yeah,
cool because I like his character.
I did too, but I think Wes like really wanted him to like stay dead throughout the series because his death was like unexpected, and that's what Wes wanted audiences to see. And yeah, I mean, but with the case of Randy's sister, I mean, that's fine if they bring her back. She did make like an appearance in Scream 3. Maybe he also has some more tapes that he released during that time that haven't been seen yet. So that could be something cool.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, man. I would agree. But like I said, I hope the Scream 5 has like a lot of things like from the original films. I wouldn't want it like too much like it's distracting, but it'll be nice, to see little Easter eggs, little references here and there. It would
Yeah,
just be dope.
yeah, stuff like that. That basically, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Um. Oh, I actually got some new scores that I could probably show off.
Definitely, man. I would like to see some new scores. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So I got these all from eBay for very cheap prices. First one I got is the Slumber Party Massacre.
I like that film. Yeah, I've been wanting to get that.
Good.
Yeah.
I
Yup.
actually saw it for the first time, like I think it was like a week or two ago, and I liked it so much that I actually bought it on Blu-ray. Like, even though like the acting isn't actually, you know what? I gotta say the acting wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be initially. The story, like I love the killer in this movie, and it's like a small town, like suburban neighborhood. It kind of reminds me of Halloween in a way.
Yeah,
That's what
definitely.
that's what I like about it. You know, I thought it was a pretty good film, and also the drill in this movie is just awesome. The whole
Yeah,
film in general, and
for
then
real, man.
I got that, and I also got Sleepaway Camp.
Hmm. Yeah, man. That's a great film too.
Yeah, um,
Definitely need to get that too.
it's a low budget '80s cheesy movie, but I really enjoyed it. Felissa Rose was awesome in this movie as Angela, and yeah, I thought it was pretty good. There's the back. It's still sealed. I haven't even opened it yet. There's that, and then the last one I got this for $4. Believe it or not, I got Silence of the Lambs finally.
It's great. It's great, man. You got it on Blu-ray. That's pretty cool. I actually have Silence of the Lambs on DVD.
Yeah, I have Hannibal on standard DVD too.
Hmm.
I need to get The Shining on Blu-ray and also Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, man. Isn't Doctor Sleep like a sequel to The Shining? I haven't seen
Yeah,
it, but
yeah, it's a sequel. I haven't seen it either, but I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I heard the reviews are really positive. And plus, it's a sequel to The Shining. Like you have to get it.
yeah, man. Like I've been seeing that film like everywhere. Like every time I go to the stores, I see that film, but I still haven't picked it up because it just never it hasn't like got my attention like that because all I know is that's like some type of continuation to The Shining, you know?
Yeah, it was in theaters like a little. Well, I think it was way before the pandemic happened, but
Yeah,
I don't think I just didn't have the time to go see it.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I want to check it out, you know, because I also heard it isn't bad, you know. So
Yeah.
and you know, like you said, we definitely got to check it out because it's a sequel to a really classic movie, you know.
Mhm.
Love The Shining.
Same here. Jack Nicholson's performance was like it's probably his best role, I'd say, besides the Joker.
Yeah, man, I agree. Sooner or later, man, we're gonna get a remake probably. I really hope we don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of did do a remake though with the miniseries that came out. Um, so I don't know. They probably will do another one.
Yeah, man. But The Shining is a classic movie, one of my favorite horror films as well. You
Yeah,
know,
I actually might
really
go
great
to.
movie.
I might. Her. Give me 1 second.
So, actually, what's your favorite Fast and Furious movie? I'm not a huge fan of those movies, but I like the first one. The first one's probably my favorite, but and I've seen some of the sequels, but they turned out being like action films. You know, it's not really about racing no more. But
I think I've only seen the first Fast and Furious. I haven't watched the rest. Aren't there like 8 of them or something?
yeah, something like that. And there's like a new one coming out. Like I really lost track of all that.
Yeah. So this is the remake.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. I actually haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a mini series. It's similar to what they did with the It. Like I think it might be like two. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's not as good as it's actually more book accurate because I also do have the book. Where is it?
I want to
I
get
got,
into reading some novels, man. Definitely a lot of the classic stuff. You know.
yeah, I was actually rereading it. That's why I have it there. But I've read the whole thing and like, um, it's really damn good. But this movie is actually way more accurate to the book than the one we know and love. But yeah, it just I didn't like the actor who portrayed uh, Jack Torrance. I didn't think he was very good, and
Mm.
it just wasn't as interesting.
Yeah. So it was like a mini series. You said, right?
Yeah, it's a mini series. You could call it a movie, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty much a movie.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
gotta
gonna show you
rewatch it.
guys my latest new scores. I only have two, but yeah. I got this in the mail yesterday or a few days ago. That was rejects.
Oh, nice.
I like this movie. I definitely had to get it on Blu-ray, and now I basically have the Firefly trilogy now. So
Yeah, I gotta get that on Blu-ray. I have the House of a Thousand Corpses on Blu-ray, and I got the Devil's Rejects on standard DVD.
yeah, and this is probably my favorite Rob Zombie film right here.
Mine too.
That was rejects, definitely.
What
And
was
then the
his?
last one,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, I'm just gonna show my last one, and I got the Joker
Yeah, I
here.
have that same set.
Yeah, man, definitely. I haven't seen it, but like at its full entirety. But I'm definitely gonna check this out. Been wanting to, you know.
I believe there's also a code in there. You could like give it to like a friend or something.
Yeah,
Code in there. You can watch it like online. Yeah, digital code. Yeah,
yeah, man, it's great. I only got this for like $6, which is pretty good, you know. It's a Blu-ray, so
that's a steal, man. I think I got when that first. I got it like when it first came out, so it was like $15. So
yeah. Like I was planning on getting it for a while now. You know, I've seen it for like $10 at Walmart.
mhm.
But yeah, man, I'm glad I came across it. You know, so I will be checking that out. Maybe do a movie review. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, so like this is like the Scream Factory set. I didn't even realize it at first. Like they
Really?
come out with some really nice Blu-rays. They came out with The Thing, John Carpenter's remake, and what else did they come out with? I'm trying to remember. What was it? Anyways, I don't remember, but they come out with some like really nice Blu-rays.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, I'm a huge fan of Screen Factory. Go on. My
Uh,
bad.
whoop.
Hold on, give me a second. Have you guys seen the Wicker Man remake from 2006? I don't think so.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me neither. I miss Sid Haig. Yeah, man, rest in peace, Sid Haig, man. You know, great actor, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Definitely will be remembered, as Captain Spaulding.
I'd love to get a Captain Spaulding mask for the collection one of these days.
Same, man, definitely. Doesn't Trick or Treat Studios have one? Yeah, huh?
Yeah, that's the one like I believe that they have. Like you could either get that one or like an independently made one.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely mandatory, in the horror collection. Captain Spaulding mask, for sure.
Hmm.
Have you seen Three from Hell? I guess part three of the Firefly trilogy.
I have not seen it still. I don't even own it like on Blu-ray or anything. That's like the next movie I gotta get. I could probably just watch it online. I could probably find it, but
Yeah, like I recommend it. It's an okay film. Like it's not as good as the first two, but I mean I will still give it a watch.
yeah. Sid Haig doesn't have much screen time in it, right?
Nah, he doesn't. I would say like probably the beginning
Yeah.
kind of sucks, but I mean he was like kind of like from what I heard he was like kind of sick or whatever. Like when they were making that film.
Yeah, his health was like really declining.
Yeah, and you could kind of tell like when you see him in the film, like he has aged. So
He probably looks a lot skinnier too, right?
yeah, he does. Yeah, definitely.
It's sad.
So yeah, yeah, man. Rest in peace. I remember when he passed away, it was kind of a bummer. Just like I remember when Wes Craven passed away too. It was really like I was like, damn, like it really like surprised me. Like it was really not expected.
Yeah, when I heard about the news about Wes, like I felt something in my stomach. It didn't sit right with me. Like I felt like I lost someone like really close to me, you know? Because
Yeah,
like
man.
his movies meant so much to me, like while growing up.
A lot of classic movies, Scream, Nightmare movies,
Mhm.
um, The Hills Have Eyes. You
Last House
know,
on the Left.
yeah, definitely. I like that. I even like the remake to that.
Yeah, it's not too bad. The remake, I liked it.
Yeah, man. I remember I found out I remember hearing about the news like really early in the morning, like that day when I was about to go to school, and I went to school like damn, like all bummed out. It just really sucked. So rest in peace, Wes Craven, of course.
Agreed. Rest in peace.
You know what? The worst horror movie ever. There's a lot. I really can't choose one because there's just a lot of shitty films I've seen. Do you have a worst horror movie like ever?
I covered this in my last live stream actually, and the answer to that question is the movie Truth or Dare. I think it
Oh,
came out sometime in 2014. I saw it in theaters, and I immediately really wanted to get a refund. Like that was the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. It was
yeah,
bad.
man. Yeah, I remember like at least being like interested in it because the title, but it just really is it was just really nothing what I was expecting.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be along the line similar. Have you ever seen the movie Would You Rather?
No, I haven't actually haven't.
It's a really good film. It's on Netflix. I highly recommend seeing it. I thought it was going to be something similar to that in terms of story, um, but it wasn't.
Yeah, man, a lot of movies that came out like in the past, like I would say less than 10 years, like they have a lot of interesting titles, like like you said, Truth or Dare, right?
Hmm.
It's the title. Didn't they also what's that movie called? I saw it. The Not the Boogeyman. The Bye Bye Man.
Oh,
Have you heard of that?
I haven't seen that, but I heard it was trash.
Yeah, man, it really was. I went to see that, and it really was. I was like close to falling asleep, bro. Like literally, even the last Rings movie, that came out in 2017, I
Mhm.
fell asleep. It just really was awful.
Did you see that in theaters?
Yeah, I did
Okay.
the latest Rings. Yeah, man. Like I just wanted to get like scared, like not scared, but I wanted to like you know see the ring, since because I like the first one.
Yeah. I
And then
also
the second one was whatever.
have you seen the Japanese version?
No, I haven't. That's like the real original one, right?
Yeah, you could actually watch it with like subtitles.
Yeah, yeah. Like I believe it's like the Ring from 2002. It's like a remake, right?
Yeah,
American
yeah.
thing.
I like the American one a lot, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. I think the Japanese versions of films like The Grudge, it's called Juon.
Hmm.
I saw that film. I really like it. You just gotta like put subtitles and you're straight. And yeah, I really like the original Japanese version of The Grudge. I definitely recommend it if you guys have not seen it. Um, but yeah, and then the remakes, the Grudge remakes, that we got later on, they're whatever. But
Yeah, I think the only Grudge movies I might own are like the first two, and they're the American versions.
yeah, yeah. Like at first I would like, I would say that I wasn't really into Japanese movies because I guess they're boring, but they're actually not, dude. Like I actually took the time to watch the original Japanese version of The Grudge, and like
Hmm.
you said, with subtitles, I think it's pretty good. So
Yeah, it's basically like obviously since you don't like know the language or speak the language, it's almost like watching a silent film in a way with subtitles.
yeah,
Because I used to love watching silent films like Nosferatu.
yeah, yeah. I learned about silent films and all that when I had like film class. Yeah,
Yeah,
like the beginning of like cinema or whatever. Pretty interesting.
that's funny because I actually watched Nosferatu. I think it was like the first movie we saw in the introduction film class.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, I've seen a few too, like in class. I'm not sure like titles or names, but yeah, I've seen a few.
Hmm.
Worst horror movie I've seen is Slender Man. Have you seen Slender Man? I actually have not.
I haven't.
I heard it was bad though, but I was interested in it because I mean, Slender Man is like a urban legend or whatever. But I mean, I just don't care for it that much, to be honest.
Yeah. Isn't he considered like a part of like I'm not like really familiar with these, but like the creepy pasta kind of horror character.
Yeah,
Yeah. I believe I read one story about Eilish Jack. Now that's something I really liked.
yeah. Like that creepy pasta stuff. Like I guess that's what invented Slender Man, and from there he became like really like big, part of the culture or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's also a lot of like different creepy pasta stuff that are okay. But I've never been a huge fan on that, to be honest.
Yeah.
What would have been cool? I don't know if you heard about I would say like in 2014 there was like some story, some case about like these little girls who stabbed like another one of their friends because of
Yeah.
Enderman.
I heard it. That was on the news.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was all like influenced by like Slender Man too. Like I heard like uh it was like these two girls that were really obsessed like with this character, and they claimed that Slender Man told them to go kill their friend or something like that. And they both got like charged. They got arrested.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
some
Like
insane stuff.
definitely. And I kind of wish, like, I wouldn't say wish, but it would have been kind of cool if they kind of, if the Slender Man movie kind of had like something to do with that, like in that premise or something, like make, like, I guess his appearance, or his, um his presence, I guess, like taught these girls. But from what I heard, the movie came out too soon, so they couldn't really do that, based
Yeah,
on the real story, because it would eventually cause lawsuits and all that.
it would actually be cool if they did use the story for a sequel, but it's unlikely.
Yeah, because it's pretty recent too, so.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite death scene from the Scream franchise? Let's see.
Damn, that's a
You
hard
got a
one.
favorite?
Uh Damn, I have a few. I will say one of my favorite. I don't think it's my favorite, but one of my favorites is probably the whole beginning of Scream 2. I like those death scenes, when the dude is in the bathroom, stabs him through the stall, and
Mhm.
then Jada Pinkett Smith, who's, in that movie. I
Yeah.
like that too. I like that whole beginning of Scream 2.
Yeah. I have a favorite, believe it or not, that's actually from Scream 3. It's the scene where the blonde chick is on the phone and, Ghostface is calling her and whatnot, or Roman in this case. And then he takes her head and throws it through like the glass door and then just stabs her. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's one of my favorites too. And also one of my favorites is I will say when the classic the garage death with Stu's girlfriend, I believe so, from the first movie.
Oh, Tatum in the garage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really memorable like scene for me. So you know, definitely, I have like kills. Like, it's kind of hard for me to like pick one, like with whatever franchise, because there's just a lot of great death
Yeah.
scenes and stuff.
Yeah, like I love Tatum's death scenes too, but let's be honest, in real life, it wouldn't that the the garage door would not be able to lift her like that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like it was kind of off, I would say. Yeah,
But
you
I
know.
didn't mind it. Like for movie purposes, for entertainment purposes, like that's awesome
Yeah,
that Wes was able to come up with that kind of kill.
right, right. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I will say I agree.
Because when I was little, I thought I guess that was possible, but now I know I'm old enough to know now that's not possible.
Yeah, pretty
Kind of
much.
kind of like with the kill with Michael killing Bob in the Halloween one, because the knife wouldn't be able to hold him up, like in the corner, you know.
Yeah, like basically hanging from the knife.
Yeah, but that's like a 170-pound dude.
Yeah, and then with the knife, like, it just really, like, yeah, like you said, when we're younger, like we kind of see it different, but then of course we get older and it's just like we start realizing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I'd say Slender Man is worse than Bye Bye Man. Bye Bye still isn't good, but somehow it's better than Slender Man. Yeah, I haven't seen Bye Bye Man, and I also haven't seen Slender Man. So Scream 3 has some comedy. Yeah, I feel like all the movies are very self aware, and they all have like a little bit of comedy, but it's not like overly excessive.
Yeah, I agree.
So as long as Scream 5 keeps it under control, and I have a feeling that they will, because again, Kevin Williamson is a part of this project, and he knows what he's doing. You saw how good Scream 1, 2, and 4 was, so it speaks for itself.
Yeah, man. Scream 5, like, I'm really excited, dude. Like, like I said, I'm probably more excited for it than Halloween Kills, simply because we haven't seen Ghostface in like so many in a very long time. So
Yeah,
I just would love to see. I'm really curious, on what they're gonna do now, what kind of kills, what kind of everything. And yeah, I hope they do different stuff. I hope they try different stuff out.
yeah. The last time we saw Ghostface was in Scream season 3.
Right.
EH1. So Tatum's death is the most sad for me. Yeah, Tatum was a cool character. I liked her character.
Yeah, definitely.
She didn't take shit from anyone.
Yeah, I like all the characters from the first movie, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you like the Leprechaun movies? I honestly don't. I don't like. They're just comedy to me. But if I were to watch Leprechaun, I'll watch the first one at least. You know.
Same. I think that was like Jennifer Aniston's like that was like one of her first feature roles, right?
Yeah,
Because she
I
was
believe
young in
so.
that movie.
Yeah,
She's hot too.
definitely. Exactly. I agree. You know, a lot of our scream queens are hot. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Scream 5 will have the Fantastic Faces Gen 1 mask. I heard it's not going to be the official mask for that movie, but they're going to use a cameo because I'm not sure if you know this, but Kevin Williamson, the writer, actually owns the Fantastic Faces mask that was used during Tatum's death scene. And he said he's going to make that into a small cameo. So,
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You know, maybe like a cameo, like different angles, kind of like Halloween. You know how like different angles, like it all depends on the lighting too. Like the mask looks different. Like that would be pretty cool if they do that with this ghost face mask. You know.
yeah, the scene where Myers is dragging Vicky, it reminded me of the Halloween 2 mask in a way. It kind of like stretched it.
Yeah,
He looked
yeah, I was about to say that. True, really true. There's a few different like shots where it looks like the H2, you know, and even from the original, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
That's
scene
what's
where
so great about the Myers mask.
the scene where he puts it on and like when he opens the trunk too, looks like the H1 mask.
Yeah, yeah, man, definitely. You know, um, I love the 2018 mask. You know, really do. It really resembles like the classic mask. You know, except all like beat up and aged, but
Yeah,
I love it. You know.
it's probably the best Myers mask we've gotten in a movie in a really long time.
Yeah. Definitely. And I don't really mind the Rob Zombie masks. I think they're okay. The second one, you know, I feel there was no point of him wearing because the mask was halfway, you know, ripped. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really care for that. But I like how, you know, it's all bloodied in the dream sequence and all that. I like it, you know.
Yeah, my favorite 2 masks from the Rob Zombie series, or my top 3, probably have to be the clean mask that was used when Myers killed Judith, and then the scarred version that was used, throughout the whole movie of Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, and then probably the opening scene, the dream sequence in H2, the half bloody mask.
Yeah, and then with the beard, you know, I remember like when I first seen those movies, I always thought that it was Rob Zombie himself that was playing Myers. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, like from certain angles, he kind of looks like him a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. You guys think Sydney will get killed off?
I'm not
I
gonna put my
mean, what do you think? What do you think about that?
I'm not gonna put my money on it. I don't
Yeah,
I don't
same.
think she's gonna be killed off. They're gonna play it safe. She's she's not. I'm gonna tell you this right now. She's not gonna have a major role in this movie. It's gonna be pretty minor. She's gonna, like I said before, she's gonna be on the back burner along with Dewey Riley and Gail Weathers. So, or actually Gail Riley because they're married at this point.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah,
Didn't they get married like in real life too? Like you know.
they did, and then they got a divorce. I'm trying
Yeah,
to remember when. Maybe it was like a little bit before Scream 4 or something like that. I could be wrong, but
and don't they have like a kid together too?
yes, they do.
Yeah, you know, and something I heard, like you know, when I was kind of like looking around the Screen 5 stuff, I heard like some people actually say that by killing off Sydney, Gail, and Dewey, you know, some people say, I guess if they kill him off, that's like I guess a tribute to Wes Craven because I guess that's what he wanted, you know.
Mhm.
But honestly, like you said, I wouldn't put my money on that because there's a big possibility that they don't, and there's a big possibility that maybe I feel they might kill off Dewey. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have like high expectations, but maybe it's just a maybe, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think Sydney will live though. To be honest.
I do too. Originally, when I saw Scream 2, when he got stabbed by that sound booth, I thought he was dead.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you know, Dewey's been through shit. You know, from the first movie, you know, the second one even more, and like it's really, you know, surprising how he survives. You know.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the back like a shit ton of times.
Yeah.
Remember when he had the
Man.
severed nerve and he was kind of like walking kind of funny?
Yeah.
But in Scream 4, he's like back to normal. Maybe he got surgery or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. True. True. Hold on, give me a second. I'm about to get my charger for
All
my
right, no
laptop
worries.
because it's about to die.
Let's see here. My favorite Halloween movie is 2018. I mean, yeah, that's good for you, man. I know a lot of people enjoyed it. There's some others that were kind of half and half about it. Um, I thought it was okay for what it was. It could have been better. I think I had my hopes up a little too high, but I think it turned out to be all right. Let's see. Favorite nightmare movie is The Dream Master. It's all right. Personally, me, I think my favorite is definitely the original and part three. And I also love Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
So is part three like your favorite sequel from the whole Nightmare films?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a lot of fun, that movie. Favorite Texas Chainsaw movie is the remake. That's a good choice.
Yeah,
The 2003 one's actually really good.
I really like them as well. I like they bring back Nancy and all that.
Hmm.
You know,
Hope your screen's starting to glitch a little bit. You there, man? Hey, man, can you hear me? Oh shoot. So everyone in the chat, can you guys hear me all right? Marco, I could see you, but I can't hear
favorite.
you. Oh, there, I can hear you now.
Uh, the whole series, right behind the original remake. I'm not gonna lie, you know.
Yeah, Marco, your screen's starting to glitch. I can hear you sometimes, but it might be like a Wi-Fi issue. We're gonna try and get Marco back on here. I'm not sure what happened.
Hey man, can you hear me now?
Yes, there we go.
All right, yeah, my thing was glitching real quick. I had to get off and come back.
Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
I could hear I could have heard you perfect, but I don't think you could have heard me. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad we fixed that issue.
Yeah,
Matty D, what's up, bro? Favorite Chucky movie, Child's Play 2. It's a classic.
classic sequel.
Yeah, man. Like the
Great
whole,
sequel.
I love the whole factory sequence at the very end. Um, I love the whole like the daycare setting. It was kind of like ominous that house too. It was like the way it was lit. It was very creepy, almost like Frankenstein esque. Um,
Yeah,
with the whole mood in general was just really cool to see.
yeah, definitely, man. I was gonna ask you before I before my thing started tripping. I was gonna ask you what do you think on Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
Now, Freddy's Revenge, I could see why it's not like such a well received movie, mainly because
Yeah,
it's really not as good as the first one. But honestly, I didn't think it was that bad.
yeah, same here.
It definitely could have been a lot worse. I liked how like um, Freddy could like pretty much like transfer like souls into like other people. I thought that aspect of it was really cool. I love like the pool party scene too. With
Yeah,
Freddy. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good movie.
yeah, same. You know, could have been better. You know, and it definitely could have been worse. But for what it is, I really don't mind it. You know.
Yeah. He's basically like possessing people, and they kind of broke the rules from like the first one.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because Wes Craven, from what I heard, didn't really want to do sequels. He wanted the Nightmare to be like its own film, but since it was really successful, I mean, the studio definitely wanted a sequel, so they did Freddy's Revenge. I wish they kind of took their time a little bit more with the sequel because I believe it came out like a year after the first one. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Dream Warriors was the true sequel to the first one.
Definitely, yeah.
Now, what do you think about part four, though?
Part four, the Dream Master, I really like that one as well because I grew up like that's the most like watchable nightmare movie that I grew up watching. So I really do like part four. I know part four was the one that made it like more like you could say more of the comedy. It started getting comical,
Yeah.
and you know, Part Four was really the one that made it like the Nightmare on Elm Street series like blow up. You know, it really that one was the one that made it part of the pop culture. Like after Part Four, you saw Freddy everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
based on the documentary I saw. I don't know if you've seen the Never Fall Asleep documentary
I have not. I gotta check that out though.
or Never Sleep Again or something like that. Yeah, but it's a documentary on the nightmare films. And yeah, but I like part four. You know, I like the music in it. It
Mhm.
was okay, but I don't think it was as good as part three though.
Yeah, I like part four too. A lot of people give it crap because they kill off a lot of members uh, from Nightmare 3
Yeah,
pertaining to the kids in psych ward. A lot of them were killed off. Uh, Also, Nancy pretty much dies in it too, so that's why it's generally not received well. But I actually like the main girl in the movie, and I think her motive's like really cool.
yeah. She's really good looking too, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see.
Favorite Hellraiser movie is Hellraiser 3. That's pretty good. The third one's okay. My favorite is the first one,
Mhm.
obviously.
I like the sequel a lot too. The second one.
Yeah, me too.
I watched Nightmare 2 last night. It has its moments with the transformation scene and Englund killing it with his portrait of Freddy. Definitely the most sinister. Yeah,
Yeah,
Freddy. Yeah, Robert Englund's portrayal on Freddy 2 was awesome. I really liked it.
yeah, man. Like you see Freddy more like in the second one than in the first one. Because in the first one, like he was in the shadows, you know, in the dark. But I really like Freddy in part two, man. He was more sinister, more darker, and he wasn't really cracking jokes yet, So I love Freddy in the second one.
Hmm. Yeah, I think then like part four is when the comical aspect really started to roll in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Do you guys remember when Randy finds out the principal was dead? Yeah, Principal Hembry, of course.
Yeah,
He's like watching Halloween and he's like drunk out of his mind.
dude, that was awesome, dude. I love how they add Halloween in there. Like that was perfect, if you ask me.
Jamie,
They're watching Halloween.
Jamie, Jamie.
Yep.
Classic.
For real.
Lina2N wants to know, Michael Myers, do you have Discord?
Discord. What's Discord?
It's basically like a chat service. You could just like talk to people about whatever. Um, it's kind of like a I don't know how to describe it very well, but it's very low key. But yeah, you basically just make group forums and just like talk to each other on it. I
Oh
have
yeah,
one. I have one, but I hardly use it ever.
yeah. I don't have them because I mean I haven't heard of it. So
Yeah. I love the Dream Master. Part four is my favorite. It's a solid movie. I like it.
yeah, me too. Like that's the like the I would say the most memorable one for me. Part four.
Yeah.
I really hope they make a nightmare movie really sometime soon. Either a reboot, a direct sequel, whatever. I just want to see Freddy back. Even
I
if it's not Robert Englund, I just want to see a new one.
honestly, it would be my absolute dream if they would do a sequel to. Actually, you know what? I don't even think they should do a sequel to. At first, I wanted them to do a sequel to Dream Warriors, um,
Yeah,
because I thought Part Four could have been a little bit better, like with the kids and all that. But you know what? I don't even think they should worry about that. I think they should just do a direct sequel to the original one, kind of retcon the rest, just like Halloween's done, of course, and see where that goes, and possibly bring back Robert Englund for one last performance. That would be awesome.
yeah, man. Like a direct sequel for Nightmare from the first Nightmare, I think it would work more rather than a direct sequel than Halloween.
Mhm.
Because Halloween 2, in my opinion, is a classic sequel. And since it continues right after the first one, I feel there was really no need to make a direct sequel to the original Halloween. But since the sequel to the original Nightmare wasn't all that, it really wasn't no continuation. It really took place like few years after the first one. So I think for a direct sequel for the first Nightmare, I think it would work. I think yeah, it would. I think it would have potential, maybe.
Mhm. It would also be kind of cool if I don't know, maybe Nancy could bring Freddy into like the real world and they could do something of that nature. I
Yeah,
think they did that at one point in one of the movies. I forget which one it was, but it was only for like a split second.
yeah, yeah. I think isn't it part three?
It might have been
I'm
part.
not sure because I know New Nightmare was like it was like a story within a story, like they played themselves,
Uh-huh.
you know. But yeah, I think that's a good idea though.
Yeah, or at least
Make,
change something up as far as the storyline goes. Do something a little different.
yeah, I agree, and I definitely do think Heather Langenkamp is definitely willing to come back. I feel,
Yeah,
you
I,
know.
I I don't know. I don't remember when, but I remember reading an article, and it's pretty much stated that she was really interested in coming back at some point.
Yeah,
So
I would
it's
love to see her come back.
yeah, it's definitely plausible. She definitely could come back if she wanted to.
Yeah, were you ever interested or ever like want did you ever want them to make a sequel to the remake, the 2010 remake?
No, I feel like as its own movie. I mean, I absolutely despise the remake.
Yeah,
I think I disliked it so much that I didn't even like think about a sequel for it. So uh, I don't even think there needs to be one.
yeah, I
But
agree.
if they did do one and they brought back the actor that played Freddy in it, um, and they made it a lot better and they improved it, that's a possibility, but it's unlikely because
Yeah, since that movie it really failed badly, I don't think they'll take the time, you know?
yeah. Plus, that movie came out in like 2010, and if you're gonna do a sequel to a 2010 movie, it just wouldn't work, and it's not memorable. You're gonna have to like go back to the beginning.
Yeah, definitely.
Robert is old though, very scared for him. I mean, but he looks to be in like good health, you know,
Yeah,
good shape. He's gonna be in Stranger Things. He's gonna have like a full role. This isn't just like a cameo, I don't think.
yeah.
So
Pretty sure it's gonna be a role.
yeah.
Like
So
I think he could still pull it off for one last film, maybe, you know?
exactly. Plus, you could always get like a stunt double, you know, for the stunts, of course.
Yeah, you know, and if they ever bring Robert Englund, I don't think they should make like Freddy like, run. Because you know how in some of the movies he actually runs
Hmm.
and like he's a fast dude. I wouldn't mind like him like being a slow one, a slow dude in this time, you know?
Yeah, that would be cool if they kind of did like an aged version of Robert Englund for the new Freddy. Kind of make him like a little bit older and creepier looking. They could do something
Yeah,
like that. That would be kind of cool. And like you said, maybe make him walk this time rather than like run.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think the Nightmare series still has potential, if you ask me.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, one of my favorite series, other than Halloween, is definitely the Nightmare movies for sure.
Oh, are you going to see or did you hear about Dylan's new Nightmare? That's actually Dave McRae's fan film that he's doing, a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film. It's going to be like a sequel to what's it called? Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yeah, I heard about it. I've seen it around like his channel, I think, but I don't really know too much about it.
Yeah, so
Wait,
basically, the story's gonna revolve around Dylan. Uh, and
the Nancy's son, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think it might have potential to be like the other good fan films like the you know uh Halloween Inferno, the Jason ones.
Hmm.
So yeah, I really hope it's something good, you know?
Hmm. Same here.
Disturbing behavior today found it at a closing. That's awesome. I actually have not seen that before. Disturbing behavior.
Oh, I haven't seen that either. Is that like a recent film or is that like an old movie?
I hate the Nightmare remake. I love the Texas Chainsaw Friday the 13th and Child's Play remake. That's good, man. The Friday the 13th remake was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It was decent.
That the Friday the 13th movie really played it safe. They didn't do anything new, really. Like you mentioned in your other live stream, and I agree with this completely. It was basically like a mixture of all the movies in one.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm hyped for Dylan's new Nightmare. Me too, man. I can't wait to see that. And Dave McRae is actually playing Freddy Krueger, believe it or not.
Yeah, I've seen like a picture like he posted like of him like with a sweater.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
He's gonna have like the makeup on, and, like the whole getup. It's gonna look really cool.
Actually, I think he'll play a good Freddy, because based from his videos, like, I think he does have that like personality. I feel.
Yeah, he's got like a very sarcastic kind of like attitude in a way. He he's like a really outgoing guy, and he's very energetic. So I think it's really gonna work for him.
Yeah,
And plus, his Freddy laugh is like spot on.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like if you really think about it, he's a good Freddy.
I do too. I'm gonna actually look up his laugh. So
What's up, fellas? Freddy Krueger is just as legendary as Michael Myers. I agree. I think he's right behind. He's right behind Michael Myers because I mean the first horror character I've heard of was other than Chucky, of course, was Freddy. Iconic, iconic glove, iconic sweater. You just know who Freddy is. So, and of course Michael Myers, man, classic stuff, classic.
Mhm. I actually can't find it. There's a video of like Dave McRae laughing, and it was like a very quick video, but I can't find it at the moment. It would take like all day probably. He's got a lot of uploads.
Yeah, he does.
Did you answer Maddie D's question? Oh no, I don't think so.
No, no, I haven't.
I'm still waiting for the Candyman reboot to come up. Very excited to see what they have to do with this story. Yeah, Candyman's actually one of my favorite horror movies. It's super awesome. Tony Todd, he freaking nailed the role of Candyman. Um,
Yeah, man.
what's your favorite scene in Candyman, by chance?
Uh, I will say when you know how I guess the girl is like she gets like locked up in a hospital.
Yeah,
And she's talking to the doctor or whatever, and then Candyman comes and kills him from the back. I really like that scene.
yeah. Also, the when I really got into the movie, like when I first watched it, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie. When the baby got killed, along with the or was it the baby or the dog? And
Mm.
that's where I knew that things were really gonna get going.
Yeah, man. The Candyman is a really great horror film. I really love it. It really has like a lot of like great horror shit in it.
Hmm.
So I'm really looking forward to check out the new one. It's a direct sequel, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So and I'm glad Tony Todd is back. And it just sucks, man, that it just got delayed like after day. It was supposed to come out, I believe, in September of this year, and then they pushed it to October, and then it never came out. But I'm really interesting. I don't think like based on the trailer, it doesn't look special. Like it doesn't like it kind of felt like because I believe it's Jordan Peele, right, who is behind that film.
I believe so. Yeah,
So it kind of reminded me of like the other films he made, like Get Out and the other Us. It kind of felt like that to me, but I mean, I will give it a chance because it's Candyman. So
yeah, I agree with what you said about the trailer too. To me, it just looked like a typical teen slasher film.
yeah,
There wasn't anything like unique about the trailer. It didn't really remind me of the original film at all. But then again, like I haven't seen the full movie, and everyone else hasn't either, so I can't really judge yet. But we're just gonna have to see, and we're gonna have to see what happens ultimately.
yeah, definitely. Robert Englund needs to do one more Freddy, one more Nightmare. I agree, man. Definitely, he has. I think he has. I think he could pull it off. I feel.
What did Machete Slasher say on the bottom? The little help option that's in the corner is kind of blocking, and I can't see it.
Uh, I think just look up Elm Street,
Oh, okay.
House,
Yeah,
Dylan's New Nightmare, Freddy Last.
I'll look it up.
Jordan Peele is only a producer; it's not his film. Oh yeah, well, yeah, yeah, but I heard he's like part of it. But I'm pretty sure he's not directing it. But I think Jordan Peele. I think his movies are good. I like Get Out. I saw it in the theater. It was just randomly. I think like right there at the moment when I went to the theater, I decided to check it out. But yeah, I mean, his films are okay if you ask me.
What timestamp does he do the laugh Machete Slasher?
Say what?
I'm trying to look for the laugh that Dave McRae does because it's like
Hmm.
so spot on. Oh, you know what's kind of cool? Dave McRae just said the
What?
Freddy or Nancy's house. I think it's in Pasadena or not Pasadena. Where is it? Um,
It's in the original house, you mean?
yeah, the Doyle house is not too. It's only a couple blocks away from it
Yeah,
from
huh?
Halloween. Yeah,
Yeah, actually, it's actually not too far away from me. I believe it's in like Pasadena or something.
yeah,
I would love to go to the original like spots, like the houses, the original Myers house, a lot of iconic houses, you know.
yeah. That'd be awesome. They actually filmed the original Friday the 13th. It's only like an hour away from me, I believe. It's not even called Camp Crystal Lake. It's called like Camp No Bebosco or something like that. It's something really weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to go there though if I had the chance.
You guys think Dave
Oh, it's
McRae
at the
could
very
do?
end.
I mean, I kind of see him more like doing a Freddy voice than like a Chucky, but maybe who knows? It's in the end.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
We've seen them. And of course, you can't leave without going. Cheers.
That was perfect,
Uh, dude, he got it. He got it. Spot on.
right?
Yeah, dude. Like even now that you just told me, like I didn't know too much about Dave McRae's gonna do a Freddy fan film, but now that we're talking about it and I'm thinking about it, I think he's great. He's a great Freddy. You know?
Yeah, he has like a certain like charisma factor about him. Like he's loaded with charisma, this guy, and he's very energetic and loud, and that's what
Yeah.
Freddy is. So I think he's gonna do a
Right.
really good job.
Yeah, man. I'm curious now. You know, really curious.
He's also a voice actor, believe it or not, and he's done like a ton of commercials for TV.
Yeah.
You know what's actually really funny? I got a funny story actually. I was on vacation in New Hampshire, and a TV commercial came on. This was like a couple years ago. I think this is around 2018. It's on a family vacation in New Hampshire, and this commercial comes on. I'm like, this guy's voice is so damn familiar. Where have I heard this voice before? And
Yeah.
it was a Nickelodeon commercial because that was on in the in the hotel TV, so that's what it was on. And I
Yeah.
hear the
Yeah.
guy, and he is like a very energetic voice. I'm like, where have I heard this voice before? And I'm like, it's probably all in my head. And then I'm scrolling through like Dave McRae's videos, and then I start listening. I'm like, holy shit, that's him.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, dude, I think he's a great actor, like great voice actor too. Like, but even like when he does videos like discussions talking about Halloween or anything, like you feel him, like you like like
yeah,
pretty good dude to watch, like to listen to and stuff like that.
yeah. He's very knowledgeable about like horror movies, especially with the Halloween series. I know he's like really passionate about the Halloween series.
Yeah, yeah, like that's how I discovered him. I discovered him, back in I believe 2018 when he was like talking about the new Halloween and stuff like that. So after that, like I definitely like subscribed to him. I definitely started checking out his videos.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Same
Uh,
here.
Thoughts on the first Terminator? I like how it's more of an 80s horror movie rather than a sci-fi road trip movies, all like the others. Yeah, first Terminator's classic, man. I wish I had it on Blu-ray. I don't, but I've seen it before. I might have owned like a standard DVD version of it in the past. T2 is also freaking great.
Believe it or not, I have not seen none of the Terminator movies. It's just like
Mm,
it just never really has caught my attention like that. But I heard, of course, the first one is a classic.
yeah,
But I might check them out because, like I said in one of my other live streams, like I want to do like movie reviews of like films that I like that you know kind of have like horror in them. For example, the Dark Knight movies. I think
right.
I like those films, so I might review them. Possibly even Joker. So I really want to change it a bit,
That'd be cool, man. In the TV cut of Halloween, when Laurie is in a robe with a towel on her head and PJ Souls comes over, they're actually in the Elm Street house before. Oh yeah, I did hear about that actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a scene that was cut out of Halloween. I think
Yeah,
it was a deleted scene, but they're actually in um the Nightmare House.
yeah, that's crazy. Cause didn't you say like they're like really close to each other?
Yeah,
That's ironic, man. Because Nightmare came out like a few years after Halloween, so
hmm
pretty ironic.
yeah. Did you also know PJ Souls was the voice of the teacher in Halloween 2018?
Really?
Yep, that was
The
Linda's voice.
Oh damn, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Crazy. She was also in I think she was in the original Carrie, if I'm not mistaken, right?
She was. Yeah.
Yeah. I like a few nights ago I watched Carrie and I'm like, I know this girl right here. Like she seemed really familiar. And then yeah, it ended up being Linda from the original Halloween.
Yeah. What commercials has Dave done? Um, he's done like a ton of like commercial, just like a ton of different varieties of commercials. Um, he's done like like little NASCAR toys commercials. He actually has like a playlist of like every single like commercial that he's done in his career, I believe. He was in kids commercials with like Nickelodeon. Um, yeah, I can't like name all of them, but those are just a couple.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually did not know, like he made commercials.
hmm
Pretty cool though. Something interesting, like, really think about it.
Damn, we're
You
at
know
an
what I really hope with this new Scream film we get a lot of new Scream like merchandise, masks. I really would love to see that because I mean I remember when Scream 4 came out, like just a lot of things like Ghostface related was out. So I really hope they do that, they come out with a lot more, masks and stuff like that. It would be pretty cool.
I think they should do. I think Fun World should do like a new sculpt. Because I'm really sick of seeing like the plain ultra whites. Um,
Yeah,
they should bring back the EU stamped masks with the vanilla scent.
yeah, man. Like the ones that you're talking about, like the plain white ones. It's just like I see them everywhere. I see them at Walmart. Party City even has them, and like they don't carry those. The EU stamps. Like I remember the first year in 2011 when Scream 4 came out. They had those stock. At Party City, and that was the year I bought my very first Ghostface mask, and it was an EU stamp. So they definitely don't make Scream masks like they used to for sure.
Exactly.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, one second. I'm gonna get some real quick.
Alright. What's your least favorite horror movie? There's a lot, man, but the one that sticks in my head is Hellraiser Revelations. It's an awful movie. I hate it. It feels like I wouldn't even say a TV film. It feels like way less than that. But
It feels very cheap.
yeah, man, it's awful. I hate it. I bought it. I bought it like a few days ago, like few, and for a cheap price though, but just to complete my Hellraiser DVD collection. But that's about it. I hate that film.
Yeah, I'm not like huge on the Hellraiser movies, but I do like the first two.
Yeah, have you seen the latest one, Hellraiser Judgment?
Uh, I think I might have seen it. I don't know. I might have to rewatch.
Yeah, I need to check that out again. I heard it isn't as great, but I heard it at least tried.
Mm-hmm. As far as Ghostface though goes, though, I want to see something like this.
Yeah, man, definitely.
This one in particular actually kind of looks like the Scream 5 one from the picture.
Is that like a EU stamp, right?
Yeah. Let me see if they'll focus.
Yeah, man, I miss seeing those Ghostface masks. Like they're just really great. I have mine right here too. The Scream
Yeah. Man.
4.
Oh, your copy's very similar to mine. Holy crap.
Yeah, huh? Is that a Scream 4 mask as well?
It might be. It might be. Usually they put a tag in the inside and it says the date. Let me look.
Yeah. Yeah, like this one's the ones that were manufactured like in 2011. I don't know if you can see, but yeah.
This one says 2015, so I don't know.
Still looks pretty good though.
Yeah. Yeah, like the overall, like the vanilla smell of like the Ghostface mask brings back such like a nostalgic kind of feel, because when I was little, when I used to go to Halloween stores and I got like that whiff of the scent, like it reminded me so much of my childhood growing up.
Yeah, man, me too. Like that smell always like that scent has always like stuck to me, like with masks and stuff like that, Halloween stores. So yeah, I love that scent. And they also come with like the masks that come with the costumes,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, I love that scent as well.
Is Freddy Dave's first big film role? Well, I mean, it is just a fan film, but it's gonna have like a very good budget. They are using very expensive equipment, so I guess you could say that, yeah. But he has done like a ton of other like horror movie projects in the past. He's done like, multiple Halloween fan films. Um, but yeah, I guess you could say that. Dave did the trailer to The Descent, but the Canadian version. I heard for the new Scream movie, there are going to be more than one voice for the killer. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Imagine they got Mike Vaughn to do the voice of like a different killer. He's the guy that voiced him in the MTV show. I actually think he did a good job.
Yeah, huh?
But Roger
So
Algett is far better. But I think he did a good job.
so like they get like different people, like a different actor to like do the voice and different than, the actual actor who's behind the costume and everything.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. If you
Yeah.
ask me.
And the reason, did you notice how throughout like the Scream series, Roger L. Jackson doesn't sound exactly the same?
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that.
The reason why he did that is because since there are different killers for every movie, he wanted to represent that. He wanted to
Yeah,
sound
true.
different.
Yeah, because even with the voice changer, like each person, like, sounds different.
Yeah, they all sound like Ghostface, but it's just like a little bit different. You could tell.
Yeah, I need to get a voice changer. I've been wanting them for quite some time now. I might get one soon.
They're on eBay. I could send you a link to one you could get. I actually traded mine off, so I'm looking to get a new one too.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Like, yeah, I've been wanting to get that for like quite some time now. Like, I think it really like fits. Like, it completes, the Ghostface costume.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Speaking about voice actors, Kirby Moreau passed away on Wednesday.
I heard about that.
Yeah, same here. The Scream TV series is so underrated. I can see why it's one of the best horror. Yeah, man, I agree. The Scream series was. I mean, it's more like you said, more of like a teen drama thing. But I still didn't mind it. I like seeing, the kills. I like seeing Ghostface, Brandon James, the new mask. Like I liked it. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was a different take. I actually really like the guy who voiced the killer, Mike Vaughn. He's not as good as Roger L. Jackson, but you know what? He does a really good job. I love the design of the killer. Um, the whole Brandon James look, and I love the whole origin story of Brandon James too.
Yeah,
But I can agree there was a lot of drama in the show, which did get kind of annoying. Um, but you know what? Ultimately, I thought it was all right for what it was. It's not part
yeah,
of like the Scream movies, so it doesn't really matter, anyways.
yeah. Like it's its own thing, pretty much.
Exactly.
I was kind of surprised, that they even made like a season 3. Like I thought they were just gonna do like 2 seasons, but they ended up doing, the third one.
Have you seen season 3?
I actually haven't. I think I've seen a few clips of it on YouTube, but other than that, no, I haven't seen it. I've seen the first two though. I think they're okay.
Yeah, I think season 3 might be on Netflix along with the other 2 seasons, but I haven't checked in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I might check it out because didn't in season 3 they brought back like the classic costume, right?
Yeah, they did. And also, Roger L. Jackson actually voices the killer.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's great.
But his voice sounds just like the Scream 4 Ghostface. But I of course, they're the same person. You know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, yeah. Scream has potential though. I think they could still do a lot more with Scream.
Yeah.
Saw the first 2 episodes of Scream. It didn't catch me. I thought it was a bad knockoff, but I see that people like it. I mean, true. I mean, honestly, yeah, it took me a while too to like really like be attached to it. But that was at first, when the series was new. We're all used to the Scream films, so yeah, it did took me a while to catch on to me. But after I just saw it as its own thing, and I don't know, it was interesting to me. Also, parts of the second season I like.
Yeah, the second season was okay. I mean, in terms of story, um, I think the first season was more grounded. It kind of knew where it wanted to go. This second season was a little crazy, but I still enjoyed it. Third
Yeah,
season, I wasn't that much of a fan of at all. It was all right, but it was kind of cringy in some aspects, and I hate using that word, but it really was.
yeah,
Like with the whole, they called themselves the Dead Fest Club. It was just pretty bad the way it was executed.
yeah. I remember when season 3 was new. I didn't really have high expectations on it, but I might check it out maybe.
Yeah.
I do see though, how like some people consider it like a knockoff of Scream, but I guess that's like the MTV version or whatever.
Yeah, again, it's its own thing, and I kind of respect it for that. Personally, it didn't even really need to, it didn't really need to be called Scream. If it was called something
Mm.
else, I think people would enjoy it more.
Yeah, and keep pretty much like the same Brandon James, story and stuff like that. I think it would have received better maybe.
Hmm.
Crazy. Yeah, I like the Crazies remake as well. I haven't seen the original in a very long time, but I think the Crazies remake was pretty good as well. Have you seen the Crazies remake?
I haven't seen it. I gotta watch that sometime soon, though.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it kind of does remind you. It kind of has. It feels like the House in the Left remake in a way. I don't know
Mhm.
if it's the same people behind it, but yeah, it was okay. I liked it.
I'll definitely check it out because recently I've been checking out a lot of like. Is it an '80s movie by chance, or is it more recent?
Actually, the remake is, I believe, from 2009 or
Oh,
something,
okay.
late 2000s,
Yeah.
or
Because
2010 even. I'm not sure.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty recent. But I've been watching a lot of like '80s horror movies on Tubi recently.
Hmm.
I actually
Yeah.
watched Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I might, check that out too. I've seen it once, and I thought it was pretty good. I like every movie that Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. I like The Fog.
Mhm. Yeah, I gotta get the Fog on Blu-ray and put it. I'll make like my own Carpenter kind of
Yeah,
mythology kind of series and put them all together. That'd be cool.
yeah, definitely. Also, Alfred Hitchcock. A lot of his classics, definitely as well.
Hmm. And I also still need to get all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies on DVD. I don't know why I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. But you know what? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on Blu-ray is so expensive.
The second one.
Yeah, I looked for the Blu-ray. It's like pretty expensive. I think it's the one like Shout Factory came out with.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of films. The Blu-rays are kind of pricey. Like I wouldn't say pricey, but more than my average. Than you know.
Hmm. So yeah, maybe this could be like our last round of questions because my computer is actually about to die soon.
Yeah, man, for sure. So basically, like, yeah, we should like wrap it up.
Yeah, this is a
Final
good stream
questions.
though. At 2 hours and 11 minutes, like
Yeah, we were in here quite some time, huh?
yeah, we covered a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and as always, whenever we're obviously gonna come back, make more, live streams, talk about different types of things. Today's we just wanted to like talk about different things, of course, but focus on the Scream news and stuff like that.
Yeah, and if we do like another one of these, maybe we could cover my short film score memorial. We could uh,
Yeah,
talk about little bits and pieces of the script and your character too, and we could talk more about that.
yeah, man, definitely. I'm down to talk about that in the next one for sure. You
All right,
know,
cool.
should start shedding more light on it. But
Do you guys agree Chucky and Charles looks better than the Curse and Cult Dolls? I agree. I
yeah,
think so.
definitely, I agree. Yeah, Blu-rays are a lot of money. Yeah, some of them, but most of them are pretty.
Yeah. Actually, with this movie I got here, the Slumber Party Massacre. This was only $12, but I wanted to get the other two movies because why not? And plus, the Slumber Party Massacre 2 was cheesy '80s like complete insanity. So I
Yeah,
really loved it. Um, but and plus, I haven't seen the third one either. But there was a double feature that was by Shout Factory, and now it's going for like $145.
damn,
Like that's a
crazy.
lot for a Blu-ray. So I passed on that. I'm like, I'm good with this movie.
Yeah, like I was looking at those films too. I was trying to get them like on eBay. They're really pricey,
Yeah, man.
like more than what I would spend, for sure.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like a lot of the Shout Factory sets are really good. Like the Candyman one, the Thing, Slumber Party Mat, like they're all like really cool.
Yeah, I need to get the theme for sure. I need to get that as soon as possible.
Yeah. Also, I completely forgot to mention my Halloween Complete Collection Blu-ray set by Scream Factory. It's
Oh
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've been wanting it. I've been wanting that. I would love to own that, but you know, they are pretty pricey, especially like the whole collections.
Yeah, I think they also came out with what was it? Puppet Master, like all the Puppet Master movies on one thing, like in one box.
Yeah, yeah,
And they all had their like individual cases.
yeah. That's what I like about them. Also, the Friday one, huh? The one that just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, I would like to get that one, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, but if I do, it's definitely gonna be on like Black Friday or something, so I get it on sale.
Yeah,
Because right now I think it's retailing for like $145 or something like that. So I'd rather get it for like much cheaper than that.
yeah, like a discount and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Scream Factory.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely. A lot of great Blu-rays. I like how you can switch the cover. It's reversible.
Yeah, I feel like they take like a lot of time with it to make like the fans happy. So that's really cool to see.
Yeah.
They should do one for the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Like have like individual cases with the box set.
Yeah, man, definitely. Because I don't think we've had like Nightmare DVDs with the original posters. Like that's what I like about Scream Factory. They use the original theatrical posters. So yeah, Nightmare would be amazing for
Yeah,
sure.
I have the Nightmare movies, but it's like a quadruple like feature.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I think I know which one you're talking about.
All right, guys. So like, any last questions? I think I'm at like 8% right now, which isn't terrible, but I just don't. I don't want my like computer to die before we exit out of here.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any final questions, make sure you guys leave them down below. We're about to head out of here. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. I would like to thank Slash Movies for joining me today, the Horror Talk. Glad to have you on here, man. And definitely, we're gonna be doing more of these, and I can't wait.
100%, man. I'm really looking forward to it, and I thank you for like you suggesting we do this. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun, like engaging with the audience too.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, within time, we're gonna have different topics, different um, conversate with the audience as well. So I'm excited, to keep doing these.
100%.
But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Anything last things you guys you Slash Movies would like to say for we head out of here?
I don't have much to say, but we could probably answer these last couple questions right down here. Well, this isn't really a question, but you're wearing the Roy hockey mask. Yeah, I am. This mask is pretty good. It was actually made by Broken Productions. You might remember him as Season Slasher 225. But I actually really like this one. He did a great job with the weathering and the chevrons.
Yeah, definitely.
Chevrons could be lighter in color, but it's really not a big deal to me. What does that last comment on the bottom say? I can't see it again because the little help thing in the corner is kind of blocking it.
They should do a Scream Factory for the Chucky movies. That'll be cool too.
Yeah.
The Child's Play films, definitely. I need to get the first original on Blu-ray. I've been wanting to get that. Such a classic movie.
Yeah, I have this set over here. This set, it comes with like all the way up to like Curse of Chucky.
Yeah, yeah.
And then whoops. And then I got Cult separately, and then the remake.
Yeah, I see. I remember I used to see that DVD collection everywhere. It's Blu-ray, right? The collection.
Yeah, Blu-ray. They have a new one with the good guy box.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That one's pretty dope too. I like that one. I like the whole cover, the good guy, good guy box.
Cheap too. It's only like $30 for all the movies.
Yeah, definitely. We'll play Freddy in your fan film. Honestly, I'm not sure because I've mentioned a Freddy fan film, but like I said, I'm still not like I still it's not developed yet. I still don't have a script for it, but I pretty much have a premise. But like I said, with future fan films, I'm definitely gonna take my time more with them. And yeah, I've been like having that on pause. The fan film stuff for now. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna be talking about a fan film that has been in the works for quite some time now, and that is Scorn Memorial by Slash Movies. And yeah, man, I can't wait to really have the audience know the whole deal and really bring this project to life. like how we've been wanting to do for many years now.
Exactly, man. I'm extremely excited to present the movie and give like a little brief summary about the movie and really just break it down because it's really interesting stuff. And this movie is pretty dark. It's really dark. It takes itself very seriously. There's very little comedy in it. There might be a couple like one-liners and stuff like that, but you know what? This movie is very dark.
Yeah, man. I think we're definitely gonna have an audience. I feel once the picture comes together.
Hmm.
So yeah, I can't wait, man. Like I said, I'm still like going over the script like as much as I can so I can have stuff memorized, from the top of my head. So yeah, man, I can't wait to do the discussion talking about specifically Scorn Memorial for sure.
Same here, man. I'm really excited to just break it down, like I mentioned before, and just like really just dive into it.
Yeah, same here, man. All right, Maddie D. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Thanks for tuning in, man.
What is the plot to your nightmare movie? I mean, like I said, I don't really have a plot. I don't really have, like I have an idea of what I want to do with it. Kind of similar to the second nightmare, but not too much. The whole possessing premise, but maybe kind of do my own thing with it. That's what I kind of want to do now too with future fan films. Kind of do something more original. But yeah, like I said, I hopefully with fan films, um, I get some stuff out of the way soon. But definitely before I start like doing my own fan films, like I feel we should focus on Scorn Memorial first.
Yeah. Also, like I'm actually really excited to see what you got coming as far as your Nightmare on Elm Street fan film goes. I would,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I would love as much as I would love to voice the killer or Freddy in this case. I do a terrible Freddy impression, so
Yeah, me too, man. Like
it's hard.
I feel you. Yeah, definitely. It is hard and it really takes that talent, or whatever whatever you call it. But it definitely takes a lot.
Yeah. If you ever do a Scream fan film though, and you need someone to do Ghostface, let me know.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Because I believe you did like a voice test or something. I remember
Yeah, that was a
sometime.
long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think you do a pretty good Scream, voice. And I feel like with Myers fan films, Jason fan films, even Scream fan films, like I feel those are easier because I mean they don't have like a personality, just walking around with a mask. So yeah, but for Freddy's definitely gonna be more challenging for sure. So like I said, I want to do the right thing and push it out, in the right time.
Exactly, man.
Timing is everything.
All right. Well, I'm at 4% now. So, uh, guys, like, thank you all for joining the stream. Thanks to Michael Myers for suggesting we do this. Really fun engaging with you guys, and I look forward to doing more of these.
Definitely, man. Like I said, glad had you in this episode. We're gonna, discuss other things in the next live stream. So make sure you guys stay tuned. More live streams, me and Slasher Movies, possibly some other people as well. But yeah, guys, we want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys have a good night out there. Be safe and all that. Thank you guys for watching. And we're out of here. Anything last thing you want to say? Or that's it?
That's pretty much it, man. I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Peace out. Catch you in the next one.